Alright, and welcome back to God of War. Alright, so... Oh yeah, that was another feature I forgot to mention in this as well, that...
Here's this way. I can see more.
I will also be... That was the right word.
Follow you.
Like... So I'm brain dead right now because I've been dealing with a weird, like, not actual sickness, but, like, pain. Because I was rearranging the furniture in my room, and both my folks are sick. Boy. So yeah, it's been fun here today. Or yeah, in the state of recording this, the whole oh god, the audio log for this, because all of this that actually that is something that I did not explain in the last episode. Yeah, so here's how it works. I'm doing this as like commentary style because it takes a lot of energy to do this. Also, fuck these wolves. I didn't know how to actually do this right, so I kind of just fuck around with them and die like a retard, pretty much. Those yellow circles that you see, you can parry those, but I just poorly like timed it, so I couldn't do anything about it. Another thing I forgot to mention from last episode is that when enemies evolve from that blue spark shit, they heal. Like, seriously, why do that? Just why? I hate it so goddamn much. But yeah, like, because of like the nature how this challenge works, it's a lot easier for me to just collect like 9 hours worth of gameplay. I had like a different word in mind, and I'm like, why the hell am I wanting to save that word? But yeah, I just like collect 9-10 hours worth of gameplay footage, and then just mill it down from like the parts that I like tag on, like, okay, here's what we do here, here, and here, so that it makes not necessarily like a better fluidity for the videos, it just works out properly. So doing so, it makes a lot of things different. So it may sound strange that I'm doing it in commentary form, but in the long run, if I just collect all that I need and then just go that way, it's a bit less stressful for me, and two, it also makes the editing and or the episodes a lot easier to do. So yeah. And I know that a lot of people want to see like better reactions from it, but you'd be amazed. Like, I can keep myself fucking quiet for no smart, sensible reason. Like, I'm all hush hush, and like it falls under like a bit of an odd thing though, because if I'm hush hush, then it makes it seem like my silence is. What's a hard word? Oh, hard. Man, that sickness is really getting to me. My silence makes it seem like I don't want to be there, so I'm turning myself into a flower on the wall, sort of deal. When it's really just that I'm not, well, there are times where if I'm not, I don't see people like in the eye, so it's hard for people to be like, are you even listening to me? Even though, like, yeah, I am. I can hear you. So yeah, it's pretty much just like that for the most. But also,
we do what we please, boy. No excuses.
I almost hilarious enough. Where I was trying to get to. Also, I believe this is one of those health upgrades or rage upgrades. So, a lot of times I don't even touch the chests around here because of that, because I don't know what the hell's in them. So I'm like, let's not deal with that, because if I don't know whether or not a rage upgrade or a health upgrade isn't there, it's going to make it unfair for me, because I had to break a rule. So I have to restart from where my last point of interest was. Which again, as the rules state, can't have a rage upgrade and can't have a health upgrade, so yeah. But I was trying to get down here, and I could not remember for the life of me how to get down here. And it's supposed to be either A, inside the building itself, or B, somewhere completely different. And yeah, so I was like dicking around here for like a minute or two, just like, where the fuck do I go? And so I'm like running up against invisible walls, like, where the hell are you? Because you can see like there's items there, so I'm sitting here like, where the fuck is it? Anyway, I've lost train of thought now. I'm like, oh, what the hell do I do? But yeah, these are how it all goes down.
Can I have my bow back now?
Can you hit it from here?
We should get closer.
Oh boy. It's as much as I hate that kid.
A bunch of times. He never wanted to take me. Why now?
It was her wish. And it was time.
Okay.
Man, trying to do Kratos' voice is just like you can never do it. Fucking Christopher's voice. It is so just good. Oh man. Unfortunately, there's no sneak damage here that you can use. So I don't even know. I mean, like there could be a possibility that someone has done this like a lot better, but who knows whether or not he did it. His skills worked out. I just had the skills and you know, armor upgrades, even though like most of that shit just doesn't even fucking matter as much. Like, in some cases, yeah, maybe depending on what the levels are, but it sucks. It just sucks. But yeah, the weird thing about this is like the visual cues that you get for hitting your opponent, or what your opponent does is like move. So when you see like those circles and whatnot, you will understand that, oh hey, you know, like yellow just means that you can parry it, and red means that don't fucking even try to block, because it classifies as unblockable. Here's the weird thing. The moves that are unblockable, all it really just, you know, stands out as is that a move just overpowers your defense. Even though the shit that you can parry would be like something in the same realm of being able to actually parry it. So it makes no sense too. And another thing I've also learned in this difficulty is why dodging is a real pain in the fucking ass. So you barely get any like invul frames on roll. It's not like how you could do abuse in Dark Souls. It is not like that. Because you can get caught. You really can. So if you do something stupid, you're gonna get hit. But the thing I've also learned about said thing was that you cannot, for the most of the life of you, fucking cancel out the... You can't cancel out the roll, and you can't cancel out the short dodge either with shield. You have to take the full frames of it. I also was trying to look around to see if I can use something for shield combat, which is the only thing you can use, really. But you need... Minimum is 500, so it's so stupid. I really wish there was something lower on that path, so... Yeah. I don't know why there isn't anything that, you know, just allows you to just have something. But I don't even know if you could even get to 500 before, like, another part, so it's like... Is it that way? No, I don't know, so, yeah. It's ugly. It is ugly. I'm trying to, like, think right now, too, about some other shit mentioning about how, oh yeah, this is how this works and this is how that works. It's all like very touchy, and like how you could kind of in some aspects do it in Dark Souls or another like game that has frames on roll or whatever, but it's actually, excuse me, now as I actually say that, there's all the Kingdoms of Amalur was something stupid like that. The thing was with Kingdoms of Amalur, it was a lot worse because I mean, your rolls were, you could go far with your rolls, but you couldn't invulge shit. And another tidbit about why, yeah, see, right there, just chained. Just chained. But, however, I did not fast forward this part coming up, because I did actually beat it, so, yeah. There's no deaths, but yeah, I just felt like it would be a little bit easier just to be like, alright, here's how this worked out. Since the 4th death didn't happen in this series, it doesn't fast forward. But going back to the whole why heavy attack was shit, which is i.e. the kick. You can't interrupt the yeah, see, like right there, like doing that huge ass dodge. I think that was just the first one. Yeah, you can't just whip out the fucking shield and doing so without getting hit. So I was also trying to get back to kicking doesn't fucking break their level up animations, so it's completely fucking pointless. You just punch. That's all you do. That's all you fucking do. That was like the one thing I was like looking forward to, maybe thinking like, oh hey, if I do this to them, these suckers aren't gonna get away with it. Still get away with it. Because it has to be like a hard knockout. You can't just like fucking push them away. You have to like force them out of the game, pretty much. Fucking just, ugh. And what's hard is like trying to read the fucking attack as well. But I will be so glad once I like level up, get to 500 experience, use the counter attack. Because it was talking about it was somebody's post talking like how to prepare yourself for the God of War difficulty. Don't lock on, switch up part of your controls, always keep your camera on all enemies. Like there were so many variables that were just like shit. Like you see me not using the compass so much. Like that's literally true. Like you use that, but the angles are always weird. It's like fucking Resident Evil like camera angles and whatnot, where it's just like, yeah, they really go with the shoulder. It's like that dark corridor or something like that. Which is something I really wish that happened in the. I mean, granted, like Resident Evil 1 and 2. Back then we were like, well, also 3. I can't deny 3 was also awesome. But games like, you know, 1, 2, 3, like the reason why they were so good and why the fear, like the horror survival genre was so good was like you never knew what was behind that corner because the way how cameras moved. So you couldn't see that there was going to be a zombie coming through or coming towards you until like it was either A, too late, or B, the shadows. Like shadows were like so fucking cool as an idea in the first Resident Evil. I can't tell you how cool that shit is. I remember it too because me and my brother played Resident Evil 1 on our so-called gaming PC, and we had the 3D FX Turbo card or whatever the fuck it was. Old ass like graphics card that used part of the 3D engine to play Resident Evil. So that's what we did. And I played Resident Evil 1 on my gaming, on our quote-unquote gaming PC. And another cool thing I learned about like technology like that was the idea of emulators. Like when I was like 7, 8, I'm trying to think when the hell I was playing. I learned the beauty of emulators.
Something's gotta open that gate.
Oh man, like it was so cool. Like, oh hey, I get to play Lagoon now. You know, I get to play with my brother. Because my brother had that game Lagoon, which is on my channel if you ever want to watch when you get pissed off at birds, because fuck birds. Yeah, he had that game, and like, it's hard to say like for the most part, like, oh, you know, why'd you play that game on your channel when it wasn't, you know, like a very hard game?
Where you going?
It wasn't necessarily like the idea of the game just being hard, or you know, like, oh, why didn't you play it on the hardest difficulty or do this, this, and this? The game was hard on its own. Like that boss fight was bullshit. Like, there's a reason why they call those fucking games Nintendo hard. Like, there's a fucking reason, man. And then I had to learn, like, oh, right, I forgot I'm too low for me to be whipping that thing down. Like, why the hell did I get it through the gate? And I'm like, wait, hold on. I have to go back here, because you have to aim higher. Also, the turn up here was like, yeah, I'll do that. Oh, yeah, I broke those things. I'm like, what the fuck? So, like, you have, like, that fucking moment where you're like, oh, god damn it. And that's what happened, because I didn't realize the fucking lip that was right there, up above, had the fucking thing, so, yeah. Also, these story pieces here, they're neat, because they actually talk about a lot of these Celtic gods that I like Scotty and...
Look here.
Oh, look! It's Skull and Hati.
Right, Skull and
Giant
Hati.
wolves who chase the sun and moon.
Yeah.
Where did they come from? How did they get up there?
Cotton Eye Joe, was that?
What's happening there at the end? They eat the sun and moon,
That's what...
and then everybody fights?
Yeah, it's Ragnarok. That's what, if memory serves me right, that is what Ragnarok is. Because it was the story of, like, the end of the world sort of deal. Like, I think that's what Ragnarok was. Fenrir devours Odin. It was like a lot of apocalyptic shit that just happened. Like, this poor man struck up, like, I could punch these rocks, I could break these cuffs. And then these, like, fucking highlight, and I'm like, motherfucker. So yeah, that, like, happened. But then again, like, you don't look that far up. And half the times, too, I don't, so... But hey, you get a good chunk of fucking hacksilver around here. It's all over the place, too, like... I bring that, but I ain't going back. They're, like, all over the place, for the most part, like, trying to find that shit. And they just have to look up, because they're, like, all over the fucking trees, because what they are is basically... And, yeah, I left that there because, oh, hey, I didn't know whether or not that had, you know, a fucking thing in it, but...
Father,
a lot of different shit.
Wait for my mark.
Also, the weird thing is, like...
Relax. Do not think of it as an animal. It is simply a target.
Yeah.
Clear your mind. Steady your aim and breathe in. Exhale and release.
I forget the hell I was doing with
do
this.
this.
Trying to
Good.
aim, like...
Now draw to your chin.
I can't remember if I was, like, trying to, like, learn how to do something with that, but it's all scripted, so it doesn't matter, anyway. The part I love about this was the kid, like, trying to fucking,
It's still alive.
Well, no shit, kid.
Your knife.
Plunge it in. He's like...
No. Finish what you started.
And he doesn't want to, like, the kid's just like, I love all animals. But yeah, you could just, So, and then just Kratos just, But, funny enough, I just skipped straight into a boss fight, like, legitimately.
Okay, tell me when to shoot.
So this Dubai asshole, Cromder, or whatever the hell his name is, like, the trolls here all give you trouble. Not necessarily that, except for the poor dodging I do. Because when his first attack, you can dodge once, and you can dodge that second one just once with a sidestep, but it's tight. Like, you have to time it just right when he's, like, about to go down with it. Because if you go too far, then he'll still hit you because he tracks well. So it's like, you gotta, like, do that right. And And the stops were a bitch, but I never really... Yeah, and if you dodge to the left, or no, dodge to the right, you're gonna get hit, so you gotta dodge to his left. Or no, you dodge to his right, so your left. Yeah. But I don't have the balls anymore to just fucking do like the one step, so yeah. But, the troll fights are like so cool, but they're shit because of like the mechanics that happen when you don't realize it. Oh man, like that was the one thing that always sucked about these fights, was just like, oh yeah, this is what I could do, and it's like, no, you're gonna get hit for it, and you're like, why the fuck am I getting hit for it? I also like when it just goes out to the kid every now and then, and it's like, yeah, thank you, I can just wail on your fucking thighs, you fat ass. It's just timing those out, they're just so difficult. They're not hard, they're just difficult. Sounds like an oxymoron, but yeah. I know what I meant when I said it, shut up. And like, look at how much you just take from that one fucking goddamn slam. Like, look at that damage. Oh man, that was off. Good 60% off one hit. Yeah, and I was like, alright, you know what, fuck it. So, I just fast forward this part. I think it was like 4 deaths or some shit. But, I mean, yeah, like, the fights here aren't like too bad, so to speak. They're just annoying. Especially this fight. It's like the first big fight you take, and it's like, I don't want to fucking deal with this shit. So it's like, anyway, just one thing I also learned too is like you just gotta spam that square button. It doesn't matter what the hell you do. Oh yeah, that was another like weird attack he had as well, where he just like slams it down like 42,000 times, and you're just like bam, 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 and you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I can't hit him. Why the fuck am I doing this? So it's like, yeah. I never understood like what those runes were on his right arm and left leg, I think it is. Yeah, right arm and left leg. I never understood what the hell those were for. I don't know if they were just decor or like what the hell the oh shit. I can't think of their names right now, and I'm like, what is it? Tattoos of some sort. Like ornaments. Very odd ornaments. But my personal favorite about these fights alone is that I just make fun of it that they got the first like troll you meet, like this dude, who I might say, is he a troll? Oh shit! Actually, now I'm like confused now because I'm like, wait, weren't the fucking fight that you have and that other dude, like, isn't that fucking what the hell? Isn't that thing a troll? But I think he says it is a troll. Also, I love the full 180 when he went into the grab, like, you go fucking R3 and just go pull him down. Only 2 deaths during the best part, not too bad. Look at that crack. And then the kid, like...
Boy.
That kid yelling is so fucking funny to me, and he's just like...
Do not speak again.
Because your dad will just fucking dumpster you right off a fucking cliff.
The path home is this way.
He was also like... Thankfully I wasn't as bad as him when I was a kid, but that could have been close. Like, the kid is a little shit. Get out of here. Is the ice trucker coming up here? Oh yeah, and then you see that mirror on the corner. Oh yeah, that's right. As I'm watching this dude get fucking torn to bits, I think there's another part in here where you actually do learn about the whole like stun gauge and shit. Also, I'm so fucking thankful the stun gauge still like exists in that form, that when you you do bounce the nukes, as a fun word to use. When you do bounce them off like the walls and shit, they do get like a massive amount of stun. So you just like go in and tear to bits. One of the funny things about that is you don't get to do it to some of the fucking enemies, because when they evolve, guess what? You can't, you know, launch them off their feet. You have to do it to the fucking others. Oh shit. I'm trying to theory crap right now for a hot second. I'm like, because I know you can't do it on like big ass, like golem looking draugrs. Like, unfortunately, the only way that you can do it to them is you have to stun them and then whip them off. And if you, and it only gets slightly worse because if you do that and then throw them into a wall and they're still alive afterwards, it's pointless because you couldn't do that to them anyway to gain extra stuns. So what was the fucking point? You need to be able to capitalize by throwing them off one of those little fucking hazards just to win. So yeah, that was the best way about doing that. Oh yeah, here we have our favorite. Oh look, the daywalkers. What the hell are they called? White Walkers. That's right. The fucking White Walker look like, but oh my god, that execution, just stomping your foot right in that dude's head when you grab him by your leg. Ah man. So we're gonna have some more fun on the next episode because it's gonna be boss battle time. So remember to always stay alpha, always play your games on the hardest difficulty, and I will join you in the next episode of the God of War One True God of War Challenge.
When are Draugrs so close to the house?
Peace out.
And what was that frozen thing that attacked us?
I do not know. Now be silent. We are almost home. Inside, boy.